Hey Moetivators, and welcome back to Living Out Loud with Moe Nicole. As an author, nail polish creator, and content curator, I am dedicated to motivating and encouraging others to live boldly out loud in life, business, and purpose. This video is part 2 of my Cosmopreneur video series. If you have not already seen video 1, make sure you definitely check that out. In that video, I am giving you the rundown of all the important things that you need to make sure that you look at when you're thinking about starting a cosmetic company. Shout out to those who have already signed up down below for the Cosmopreneur course, which is coming out next month. By signing up on this email list, you are making yourself privy to a bunch of free information that will be available for those who are interested in starting their own cosmetic company and want to make sure that they do it right and that they have all of the different pieces in order. So when I say a cosmetic company, I'm talking about makeup, and makeup includes a lip gloss, lipstick. Those who are interested in starting their own nail polish company, all of that, we will be discussing the big important key pieces in regards to running that. This video is part 2 of that series. In this video, we are going to be talking about the difference between private labeling and doing your own wholesale for your own cosmetic business and figuring out which route is the best route for you. And we're going to be looking at the pros and cons for both of those. So if you have not already hit subscribe, make sure you hit that nice little subscribe button down below so that you will not miss when I upload a new video, definitely in regards to this series. If you're interested in becoming a cosmopreneur in general, what is a cosmopreneur? A cosmopreneur is a cosmetic entrepreneur. So someone who works in the area of cosmetics and they are an entrepreneur. Okay, you are a cosmopreneur. So come on and join the community and let's go and get this video going in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so first we're going to start it off by sharing what exactly is private labeling. So private labeling is the aspect of where you hire a bigger manufacturing company to create your product and they put your label and your logo onto that product for your company and your business and your brand. This is something that a lot of cosmetic companies do if they do not want to work on creating a lot of those things on the front end and putting the different pieces together on their own. And so there are a lot of positives to utilizing private labeling in the field of cosmopreneurship, but there's also some negatives, and it all depends on what works best for you. So in the field of going the manufacturer, the wholesale route, you're getting more of that raw material on your own. It's usually a little bit more less expensive, and you have a little bit more creative appeal when it comes to the creation of that. And so there are a lot of pieces that you have to look at and address and acknowledge. So let's get it started into the pros and the cons between both. Now, the pros of private labeling is that it's less work on your end. So you don't have to worry about getting all of the materials, mixing up all of the materials, pressing all of the materials, bottling all the materials, packaging all the materials. Typically, you pay them up front. You let them know what colors you want, the designs you want. They put it all together. And when they send it to you, it's already wrapped, packaged together, and in order. So you don't have to worry about a lot of that back end aspect of your product. Now, one of the negatives to this could be is that you don't have a lot of creative appeal in regards to this. So say you want to have a particular packaging that you want, but they don't have that packaging available. So you have to go by what they have available. You know, that's something that I looked at and addressed when I was creating my nail polish company, because I wanted interesting and different types of bottles, you know, and they didn't have that option, as well as colors, but I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But they didn't have a lot of different options of bottles that really stood out to what it was that I wanted to portray with my brand. But if you don't want to have to reach out to 10 different companies and you want to have everything done in one location, it's amazing because you can get all of your packaging and everything done in one place, and you don't have to worry about reaching out to so many people and spreading yourself thin in so many areas, you know, sometimes in regards to finding, you know, the perfect solution to what it is that you're looking for. It all depends on what your brand is and what your goal is and what your long-term goal is. Now, one of the cons in regards to using private labeling is the aspect of there's oftentimes not a lot of variations available. So when I look at their nail polish colors that they have already available, now they do allow you to do swatching. So you create a swatch, you send it to them, or the color or whatever it is that you want to have created, and they'll create it and match it for you. But with my product, I wanted to have a lot of different glitter and pieces and stuff in it, and that made it a little bit more difficult when it came to finding what I would have wanted from the private labeling, as well as finding someone who is real life toxin free, because not everyone is really toxin free. And that was really, you know, important for me, of making sure I stood out within certain colors and things. So if you look on the website at my nail polish colors, you won't be able to find these colors anywhere else, because they have a lot of, you know, little shimmer to them, glitter, all that good stuff. Living out loud. And so you may find that you have very similar colors to other companies. So say if you're using a similar manufacturer or private label company as someone else, and so you're releasing similar colors as someone else, is just with a different name and a different brand on it. And so it all depends on what it is that you're okay with and what it is that you're interested in doing as to what works for you. But on wholesale, on that end, you order in bulk a lot of different items and you put your name on it. Now they do have wholesale where you order another country, you still mark your own stuff up, but they create the makeup. But oftentimes when I'm talking about wholesale, I'm talking about you buying the raw materials and making and creating it on your own. Now, wholesale has a lot of negatives to them as well. Wholesale can be very expensive because you're buying a lot more pieces of things. You're buying a lot of different products to get your mixing and make sure you're having it together. You're doing a lot of, what's the word I'm thinking of? You're doing a lot of experimenting, of finding the perfect color of what it is that you're looking for what it is that you're trying to create. And so that can sometimes be a little bit more expensive, is by doing the wholesale route first. And so a lot of people may find that the private labeling is a little bit more cost efficient for what it is that they're looking to create. And so for that aspect of the creation of it and your creative ability with both, you have more of a creative ability with your wholesale options. And so I talk and go a little bit more in depth in this with my Cosmopreneur course, where we're going and looking at the difference between private labeling companies and looking at sample swatches and colors between some of the big companies and comparing what may really be different and which one may be best for you, because one may be best for one person, but it may not be good for the other person, you know, and looking at what may be best for you long term and what your long term goals are. So if you haven't already signed up for the Cosmopreneur course down below, make sure you check it out. Hit that link down below, sign up, and be on the lookout for those details that will be coming out really soon in regards to the Cosmopreneur course. I would like to thank you all for tuning into part 2 of becoming a Cosmopreneur in this series. Next week for part 3, we are going to be discussing how to protect your cosmetic brand, the important pieces that you have to look at to make sure that you are protecting your cosmetic brand legally, as well as through shipment, because I've seen some videos of people doing their unwrapping and the stuff is just in a whole mess. Hunty, that's not okay. And we're going to be looking and going deeper into that, into part 3 of becoming a Cosmopreneur. So if you haven't already hit subscribe, make sure you hit subscribe to my channel. Come join the Moetivators. Turn on that bell notification so that you will not miss whenever I upload a new video. I am thankful for you all being here. And as always remember to be real. Always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you on the next video. Bye.